Fundamentals of Hindu Faith, Part 18. The Udayagiri complex has cave shrines, but some of the best examples are in Badami, 570 CE, the capital of Chalukya dynasty in the 6th century. The Badami caves contain several carvings of Vishnu, Shiva, and Harihara, an amalgamation of Vishnu and Shiva, as well as depictions of stories connected with Vishnu incarnation, Krishna. Near the Badami caves are the sites of Aihole or Patadakal, which contain some of the oldest temples in South. Some temples in Aihole, for example, date approximately 450. For this reason, these sites are sometimes referred to as laboratory of Hindu temples. Patadakal, another capital of Chalukya Empire, was a major site of temple building by Chalukyan monarchs in the 7th and 8th centuries. These temples incorporated styles that eventually became distinctive of North and South Indian architecture. In the Pallava site of Mahabalipuram, Malapuram, south of Chennai, a number of small temples were carved in the 7th century from outcroppings of rock. They represent some of the best known religious buildings in Tamil country. Mamalapuram and Karchipuram near Chennai in the state of Tamil Nadu were major cities in Pallava Empire 4th and 9th centuries. Kanchipuram, the Pallava capital, is sometimes called the city of 1,000 temples. Some of its temples date to the 5th century, and many feature magnificent architecture dedicated to the local manifestation of Shiva, Vishnu, and various forms of great goddesses. The temples were patronized by royalty and aristocrats, but also received donations and endowment from larger populations. Evidence for contact between the Pallava Empire and Southeast Asia is provided by some of the earliest inscriptions, 6th century and 7th century CE, of Khmer Empire, which are written by Pallava-style characters. There are several visual connections between temple styles in India and Southeast Asia, including similarities in architecture, for example, the design of temple towers, and iconography, for example, the depiction of Hindu deities, epic narratives, dancers in carvings on temples' walls. Yet there are also differences between them. For example, the Cambodian Shiva temples in Phnom Bokong or Koh Ker resemble mountain pyramids in the architectural idioms of Hindu and Buddhist temples in Borobudur or Pramban on the island of Java in present-day Indonesia. The spread of Hinduism in Southeast Asia and the Pacific. Hinduism and Buddhism exerted an enormous influence on the civilization of Southeast Asia and contributed greatly to the development of written tradition in that area. About the beginning of Common Era, Indian merchants may have settled there, bringing Brahmins and Buddhist monks with them. These religious men were patronized by rulers who converted to Hinduism or Buddhism. The earliest material evidence of Hinduism in Southeast Asia comes from Borneo, where the late 4th century Sanskrit inscriptions testify to the performance of Vedic sacrifices by Brahmins in the behest of local chiefs. Chinese chronicles attest an Indianized kingdom in Vietnam 2 centuries earlier. The dominant form of Hinduism exported to South Asia was Shivaism. Vaishnavism was also known later